Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about an MLMer and health guru who claims that she can heal your vision and make it so you don't need to wear your glasses anymore. So this all starts with a creator named Samantha Lotus, who is like a wellness guru, and she's also in the MLM Doterra where she sells essential oils, which will become part of the narrative a little bit more through her class. But we'll start out with watching her Instagram post on how she advertises her class, so you can hear straight from the horse's mouth. I don't know what that saying even means, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyway.
What's the one thing that your optometrist doesn't want you to know about? The fact that you do not need glasses. That's right, you may have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie. There are mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual reasons why you may not be seeing, and I'm here to tell you that that can be healed. If you want to learn more, read the comments.
That's the initial post of Samantha kind of introducing this idea that you can heal your vision with her course. And she does say if you want to learn more, read the caption. So I'll read that here. I'll put it on the screen as well for those of you who like to read along, but I'll read it out loud. What if you don't actually need glasses? We are disempowered in so many ways, and this is no exception. There are metaphysical, emotional, mental, and physical reasons why we do not see. I personally have reversed my need for glasses and helped others do it too. Power to the power. Being able to truly see is possible. Sorry, it's in caps. It starts with a possibility followed by a decision integrated with aligned action. These are practices and methods backed by science and really quite simple. If you are ready to truly see and you're open to holistic, multidimensional healing, this is for you. If you are closed-minded and want to stay a victim, this is not for you. Note, this doesn't mean to take off your glasses and go about your daily life or drive a vehicle. It means that self-healing is possible. You deserve to see. I feel like personally the caption really doesn't give me any more, which I'm not surprised about at all given the nature of what she's saying. Oftentimes these sort of like woo-woo BS healing practices are shrouded with vague language that relates to things like healing, spiritual blockages, open your third eye, alignment, that type of thing. But that language, I find it's intentionally vague. It's supposed to sound nice and intriguing, but it doesn't actually tell you anything. Like from this, what did you get? She didn't even really mention that she has a course. And I mean, if you really think about the caption I just read, if we take out that like spiritual lingo, what's really left? Like there's not a whole lot of substance to that. I can't even figure out what she's even trying to tell me, but it's intended to make people feel hopeful, to believe in it a little bit, and it's intended to make people interested enough to look into her course. It's really just there to plant the seed. I also love that she says backed by science, because in the course, which we will get to, she makes multiple disclaimers about the fact that she's not a doctor or vision expert at all. So I'd love to see what science this is backed by. And finally, she ends it off with, if you choose to basically stay blind, that you're just choosing to be a victim. So yeah, you're worthless if you don't take her course. This entire situation was brought to light by a TikToker and content creator named Mallory, and I will link her down below because she's got a couple videos about it. I'll also link her Twitter where most of this was exposed. I refuse to call it X, sorry about that. But she made a TikTok about taking the class, which I'll play that here now.
The fact that you do not need glasses.
If you heard about the woman who was claiming she could help you ditch your glasses and heal your vision in her masterclass, I am happy to report that I paid $11 this morning to attend so that you didn't have to. This is Samantha Lotus. Her course was called the Holistic Vision Healing Masterclass, and it was $11 to attend. I first want to say that when she started this, she said even though there was no more than 130 people in the room at once, she did say that she had 465 people register, which means that in this 2.5 hours, she made over $5,000 doing this. So keep that in mind as I start explaining the types of things that she talked about. We are off to a great start here with a legal disclaimer saying I'm not a pharma doctor. And if anyone wants to explain to me what pharma doctor means, that'd be great. She's not a medical advisor. This is for holistic, educational, and empowerment purposes. She started off with medical reasons why you might not be able to see. So these are things that you might have heard from your optometrist, but she described these as not root causes, only diagnoses. And this is where it starts to take a turn because we get into the holistic, the spiritual, the mental, the emotional side of why you might not be able to see. So suggesting that you can't see 20/20 vision because you have unbalanced spirituality, because you have some sort of blockages. So, you know, it's like all your fault, basically. We did a few eye health breaks, like eye stretching. She kept calling it eye yoga. It's pretty much the nicest part of the whole thing. At this point, she suggested that you could, in fact, change your eye color through cellular cleansing and proper detoxification. At this point, we're about 30 minutes into the 2-hour masterclass. Haven't really learned anything tangible yet. And she spends about like 5 to 10 minutes just giving testimonials from people who she has allegedly helped, including her own husband. And the funniest part about the whole thing that I will not let go is you can see the second from the top line says named best vision in the military. What the fuck does that mean? Where did that award come from? Who decided this? Again, this like, you can't see because you just need to let go of the belief that you can't see. And she talked about how like glasses are just a barrier between you and the rest of the world. And like, what are you hiding from? Then we said some affirmations together. So like the last one says, I see with love and joy. My third eye is awake and aware. With each blink, my eyes are refresh and renew. This is where things get interesting. There is a sample week slide of things that you can do. We have spiritual, mental, emotional, and then physical. The second last line from the bottom under physical says that you can use eye strengthening oils -Immortelle. I know that Samantha is a rep for Doterra, sells essential oils under a multi-level marketing structure. And I have been waiting for her to mention it because I know that she can't resist. Immortelle is a Doterra essential oil.
We're halfway through Mallory's video. I'm going to quickly touch on Immortelle. I'm just going to pop up some screenshots right from the Doterra website. But here it is. As you can see, it retails for $134 Canadian, which is insane for such a small bottle. It does say here, directions for use. Apply to desired areas as needed. Dilute with carrier oil to minimize skin sensitivity. Cautions. Possible skin sensitivity. Keep out of reach of children. If you're pregnant, nursing, or under a doctor's care, consult your physician. Avoid contact with eyes, inner ears, and sensitive areas. And then in their list of approved claims that you can make about this oil, it just says helps reduce contributing factors of the appearance of aging skin, helps sustain smooth, radiant looking skin, promotes a glowing, youthful complexion, which any oil will make you look glowy. So Immortelle is meant to be used on the skin, but you are to avoid the eye area entirely. I mean, that seems obvious, but it just goes to show that she can't even suggest that as an application, let alone everything else that she is going to suggest. But we'll keep watching the video.
And so now this whole masterclass is starting to make sense. It's a Trojan horse to pitch an MLM. That becomes abundantly clear when she shares the story of her brother. Apparently got into an accident, was not doing well, allegedly received a not too promising outcome from the doctor, but he recovered in full health now. And that bottle looks awfully familiar. Remind you what this one looks like. Third line from the top, essential oils around the eyes 2 times a day, with the Doterra bottle on the slide. I'll say it again, this entire masterclass exists for this reason. And if you didn't believe me before, there's an entire slide for it. And if you still didn't believe me, these are Doterra products. That's a Doterra product. There's a video that I have of her talking that I can't seem to fit in here. And she's basically talking about Doterra products completely unrelated to vision. And as a reminder, this masterclass is supposed to be about healing vision. She just talks about how much she loves the company and how amazing the products are. In the Q&A after, she, unprompted, showed everyone on the call where to go for more information on Doterra if you want to work with her and if you want to buy this product. This is also a not funny slide. What about children? Suggesting that the same protocols or similar protocols can be used on children so they don't have to wear glasses. And as a reminder, Samantha herself said that 465 people registered and at $11 a head, that is over $5,000 for 2.5 hours of her time to basically end up in a Doterra sales pitch. To me, in my opinion, based on my observations, this is textbook grift. This woman made $5,000 this morning telling a Zoom room of people that if only they would work harder on their spirituality and their mental state and their emotion state, that they too could heal their vision and ditch their glasses. And then I don't even want to think about how she'll benefit from folks reaching out to her for the Doterra business opportunity or to buy products from her. The funniest part about this is the legal disclaimer at the beginning, which she gave that she wasn't a pharma doctor. Before the Q&A, she also gave a disclaimer that she wasn't an eye care expert. And then she went on to give medical advice which included Doterra oils and other products. Someone asked about ADHD, and her response to that was, oh, well, if we just didn't have so many tabs open on our computer, we'd all be fine. I am begging everyone here to stop taking master classes from random people on the internet who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay, so that was Mallory's initial video and the one that I first saw about the whole situation. I think Mallory covered everything really well, but I will say the insane claims that Samantha makes about her brother's car accident, him being healed from the car accident as a result of oils around his eyes 2 times a day, is wild. I'm so thankful that he did recover, but to make those type of claims is not only insane, but also not allowed. In like every MLM, there are rules and restrictions on what you can claim because the MLM ultimately will be held liable as well for those type of claims. She also continues to say that she's not a pharma doctor, which, as Mallory pointed out, what the heck is a pharma doctor? To me, it sounds like she was trying to imply that like she is some type of doctor or she has some type of expertise, but she's not a pharma doctor because she hates big pharma and because she doesn't have a traditional doctor's license and a doctorate degree. She still wants to be seen as a doctor or an expert, so she's not a pharma doctor. It also seems to me, based on the language that Samantha uses about doctors and optometrists, that she is definitely one of these people who's against big pharma and modern medicine. And then there was another video, I'm going to play it here now really quickly, on something else that was touched on in the Q&A that Mallory posted a video of. I just think it's funny, so I'm going to add it in here.
I do regret not including this in the original video, but it was already like 6 minutes long. Yesterday, I attended a vision healing masterclass that devolved into an MLM essential oils sales pitch. There was a legal disclaimer at the beginning. The woman hosting it said that she was not a pharma doctor or medical advisor, and before the Q&A, she again reminded everyone that she was not an eye care expert. Which begs the question, what gives you the right to host a vision healing masterclass? Somebody at the end during the Q&A asked, or it said that they had heard it helps before you sun gaze if you put your own saliva in your eyes first. This could have been a troll, I have no idea. But the host responded to that question with, I don't know, but try it out. We have lost the plot. If someone tells you they're not an expert in something, don't take this advice from them and throw up red flags when you see them offering a masterclass.
Okay, again, just a brief one. I just had to throw that in there. And I definitely agree with Mallory too. If someone tells you multiple times that they're not an expert, don't pay for their classes, because why would you want to take a class from someone who's literally telling you that they are not an expert in what they're charging you money to teach you about? But yeah, so we're going to go over the Twitter thread in a little bit more detail that Mallory had posted with the slides from the masterclass. I'm not going to cover every single slide because there is a bunch of them, but I will have the whole thing linked below in case you want to see the other slides. Mallory also did kind of go over the gist of what was going on in the course in her TikTok. She starts off with a slide of medical reasons why we can't see. I'll pop it up here. So it's interesting that she's admitting that there is medical reasons that you can't see, but somehow emotional healing is going to solve those very physical issues. The next slide that we have here is her husband's testimonial, where it's his parents and sister wear glasses. They're prescribed at 16 years old, started wearing them, but then started to question, rebel archetype, wore them for a year unhappily, decided he didn't want to be dependent, decided he would see without them, named best vision in the military. Anytime there's masterclasses by people like this, it seems like a large portion of the masterclass is a testimonial feature, which is not helpful for anyone in the audience at all. It's basically saying, believe me, these are my sources, and they list their like family members and friends who knows if that's even true. I just find it interesting that you're paying for a class that's supposed to be however long, and Mallory even mentioned in her video that it was actually a lot shorter than that, and if you take out the portions that aren't learning anything, like testimonials and Q&A, you got even less bang for your buck. And then she goes over things like metaphysical healing, visualization, to visualize your eyes as healthy, which that's kind of ironic. Visualization when you can't see. I know what she means, but I just think that's funny. Anyways, it's probably only funny to me. Energy healing. Explore energy healing modalities like Reiki or prayer to balance the energy and flow around your eyes. But she doesn't tell you how to explore that or like where to go for that. She doesn't provide resources of how you can even achieve that. So these are all things that you're apparently supposed to just know how to do already. But given that this is a masterclass, you would think that she would provide you some resources and sources on how to do these steps that you're supposed to be taking to heal your vision. But of course, she doesn't provide anything like that. There's a processing emotion slide where she again suggests that you can work, it's not necessary, but that you can work with a practitioner, but again gives you zero resources or information on how to find someone like that. So she's referring you to all these different people, even though it's her masterclass and she is supposedly the one with all the knowledge on how you can heal your vision, but the classes essentially go to these other people and they'll fix it for you. And then there's the sample week slide schedule that Mallory had mentioned, where she demonizes other chemicals like fluoride in toothpaste, and that's where we have the cheeky little doTERRA oil popped in. The next slide is very scary. This is the one where it says what about children that Mallory had shown as well. Well, not all the advice on children is bad, such as being in nature or proper nutrition. I think the main thing to keep in mind here is that this is a vision healing masterclass where you're supposed to learn that you don't need your glasses and that through spiritual healing you'll be able to see fine without them. So the implication here that you can follow these same steps for children and remove their glasses is very dangerous and just not okay. And then the next slide, which is just as bad or worse, is her brother's story, where he was in a near fatal motocross accident a week after his 30th birthday, was told by the doctors that he had a very dark prognosis and that he would not heal very well. And then it says here, we got him on a healing plan, and then it shows to now: mind, power, and visualization, healthy diet, no hospital food, essential oils around the eyes 2 times a day, surrounded by love and full faith. And that is apparently what healed him. Which, I mean, again, if he is healed regardless of what means, I'm just thankful for that. But this is extremely scary and not okay to imply at all that oils would help heal. They aren't allowed to make any type of claims like that. doTERRA did respond to these tweets because Mallory was of course tagging them saying at doTERRA, like, are you okay with your reps making claims like this? And they said initially, we would recommend sending this to our compliance team via email at compliance@doterra.com, and they would love to take a look into it. We have also forwarded them an email regarding this tweet as well. And then they had a second reply here that says, doTERRA is committed to training its distributors and monitoring claims made to existing and potential customers to ensure that they comply with what the law allows us to say about the health benefits of our products. While our products can be used to promote a healthier lifestyle and achieve certain wellness benefits, they cannot be used or marketed as capable of preventing, treating, or curing any diseases or symptoms associated with a disease. Fair enough, but these are serious claims, and I honestly personally don't feel like their response was enough at all. Claims like healing vision and healing a car accident are well beyond just saying that they support immunity or that they can have wellness benefits, and also the implication that they can be used on kids. I personally feel like doTERRA needs to be saying more. The only acceptable response, in my opinion, would have been 1, immediately remove Samantha's status as a doTERRA seller, because this is not okay. This is clearly against compliance, and they do need to uphold the rules that they put on everyone. Samantha would have signed their terms and conditions when signing up as a seller, so they would absolutely have grounds to remove her for this. But not only that, I think that they need to let everyone know if she is still enrolled as a seller or not. I think that they should make a statement about that. The answer should be that she's not, and that these claims are completely unfounded and not grounded in reality. I don't think them just basically giving a generic copy paste from their terms and conditions is appropriate in this situation, just given how extreme these claims are. And the fact that Samantha's even selling a course, and in that course it's a pitch to get you to sign up under her in her MLM, is crazy. It's bad enough to pitch an MLM to unsuspecting people, but you're making them pay for you to pitch it to them. That's wild. Now, of course, it doesn't just end here. Samantha Lotus does reply to the criticism on her story. She referenced some studies. I'll pop up the screenshots of that here now. But the main thing I want to point out is she's got studies relating to stress and vision, nutrition and vision, eye exercises and vision, things like that. I don't think anyone was questioning that doing things like mitigating stress or eating a proper nutritious diet will impact your vision or just your overall health in general. But the thing is like, you can't healthy diet your way out of needing glasses. You can't healthy diet your way out of any of these vision impairments. But what she didn't provide studies for are the claims that people have issues with, which is that oils will help your eyesight by applying it around your eyes. That is a huge claim. Or that applying oils around your eyes and following a health plan that involves spiritual healing will fix you after a car accident. I honestly feel like what she's doing here with these studies is trying to validate all of the claims she's making by sprinkling in a few true ones in amongst the outlandish claims with zero backing, try to justify everything that she said. And then she referenced books, keyword books, not studies, about the metaphysical meaning of vision, aka New Age books where vision is mentioned. But if you look at them here, I'll have them on the screen. A lot of these, even based on Samantha's own account where they refer to vision, it's more so vision as a concept. So they're referencing things like spiritual awakening, opening your third eye, which have nothing to do with glasses or eyesight. They're referring more to states of consciousness and seeing visions and things like that, intuition, inner vision, the way that you perceive the world. So again, she's flipped that to try to just list a bunch of sources and say, see, I was right. They're not referring to eyesight and vision and medical reasons why your vision is impaired. She then kind of almost mocks and laughs at the criticism she was getting, saying the outlandish claims that my presentation was solely about pouring essential oils into your eyeballs, and a laughing emoji. I have a global team of thousands of both leaders and customers. Trust me, burning people's eyeballs isn't the way I got there. But I mean, honestly, the presentation seemed shit regardless. Honestly, I think the criticism she's gotten has been extremely valid from everything I can see. And then things kind of took a turn when Samantha tried to threaten legal action against Mallory. Mallory tweeted out saying, update, she thinks I'm a teenager. I'm almost 32, only 3 years younger than her, and I'll apparently be hearing from her lawyers for commentary on a presentation she has given lifetime access to. And then Mallory shared some screenshots of Samantha Lotus saying, the truth speaks for itself. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Dr. Sayab, MD, takes the liberty from his busy medical schedule to post defamatory and false information about other practitioners online. This week I was his target. Although he did not attend my masterclass, he chose to take the word of a teenage TikTok girl, Mallory's thoughts, and use his time to attack me and my work. She's trying to make this guy look bad and act like his entire shtick is just crapping on other practitioners online. And I like that she said practitioner because she really isn't a practitioner. She said multiple times she's not a pharma doctor. She's not an eye care expert. And then Mallory posted what Samantha had messaged her. She's talking in the third person, so I don't know if this is supposed to be her lawyer reaching out through her own personal account. She says, hey Mallory, since your post about Samantha go against intellectual property laws as well as protective regulations against defamation, this is a courtesy message letting you know that you have 24 hours to remove your post before we move forward with legal action. Warm regards, Samantha and team. We have your IP address from where you purchased the private masterclass and screen recorded videos of you sharing the entire masterclass content online. When you purchased, you agreed to the terms even though you didn't use your name to purchase or join the Zoom room. And then Samantha takes it like way too far. She messaged Mallory on her private Facebook profile saying, found you, which is really weird. She also messaged her on LinkedIn, and then her husband Lando also sent a request to add Mallory as a Facebook friend, which is just so bizarre and so far. Like, honestly, if you are this mad about what you said in a masterclass that seemed like total BS being dragged online, you probably shouldn't post it anyways. You're clearly not cut out for this, and the criticism was all extremely valid. Negative reviews are going to happen when you're selling something online, and that is just a part of the business, unfortunately. And Mallory did give one final update, just saying that she knows everyone's keen for an update. The only thing she can give right now is that because Samantha has threatened legal action against her, she's consulting her legal counsel and can't comment further right now, which totally makes sense. And then the final thing I want to touch on with this is that, of course, rather than take any accountability for her wrongdoings, Samantha decided to blame this entire thing on cancel culture. She wrote a lengthy Instagram caption attached to a post that says cancel culture and mob mentality on getting canceled. And it says, well, that escalated quickly. A TikToker purchased my masterclass under a fake name and recorded the entire thing and shared it publicly on her platform with her twisted and malicious commentary instead of my audio. Which, like, would you be happier if she shared your audio when you're already trying to claim that she wasn't allowed to share any of the slides? My masterclass was aimed to help people improve their vision by holistic means, as I know it's possible, and I want to share this gift with anyone who wishes to receive it. Backed by 20 plus scientific articles and peer-reviewed studies, which I'm guessing she's referring to what she shared on her Instagram story. She went from getting 2,000 views on all of her videos, all videos tearing other people down, to having well over 1 million views on this video of me. So again, she's trying to say it was all for clout. I also love when people like this claim that someone's videos are all tearing people down, as opposed to recognizing the value that this brings to help other people look out for scams like this. With her deception and tag team with a highly unprofessional TikTok doctor who together paint me as a danger to humanity, a scam artist, a grifter, and whatever. And the hate mail came flooding in from every single angle, in every single way, right down to legal and death threats by the thousands. Every platform in which you can contact me, review me, or connect with me has been bombarded without basis or merit in typical mob mentality form. They've even gone to the lengths of digging up photos from 2011 to paint me in a negative light. On one hand, it's an intensity of negative energy I've never experienced, with my nervous system and energetic field certainly feels. On the other hand, I know this is a time we live in, and Gen Z cancel culture is filled with bored, hateful, uninformed cyber trolls. Funny that she keeps blaming like Gen Z when Mallory's 32. Anyways. What's worse is their delusion. I imagine they probably think they're doing a good thing. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. As I let this process through me, I reflect on what's here for me, how this is happening through me as me. I'll save the lessons and golden nuggets for another post, and what I will say now is that I am grateful. This isn't something I would have wanted, and yet trust it's what I needed, and it can only make me even stronger. I know my intention is to empower truth seekers with the teachings of self-healings and sovereignty, sorry I pronounced it wrong, are pure and good. I also know it's a major threat to the darkness of the matrix and the illusion it seeks to create by distorting the light. What a wild, weird, and wonderful time to be alive. What's the Matrix got to do with this? I am so confused. People like this will never see that the criticism that they're receiving is valid, and especially if they do get any hate messages. She mentioned she was getting death threats, which if it is true, I think that's disgusting. That's never okay, and obviously that doesn't do anything to solve any type of issue. People like this will use those few instances of extremism sprinkled throughout to completely negate any valid criticism they get. She's gonna blame it on mob mentality when really she should be looking at it and reflecting and thinking, well, why are thousands of people disagreeing with what I'm doing and making valid points? But instead of reading any of the valid points or internalizing any of that and actually thinking about it, this is mob mentality, it's cancel culture. And she tries to paint the picture that the opinions shared by Mallory were simply only for views, which, well, yes, I mean, Mallory's a content creator. She probably did hope for some views on it. Really, what she's doing with her whole platform, it seems like, is calling out scams, calling out this type of buffoonery that we see all the time, and hopefully saving some people some money so that they don't end up falling into these traps. But yeah, so that brings us to the end of the video. Essentially, the update right now is no update, but I definitely recommend following Mallory on TikTok or Twitter if you want to keep up with this. I'm hoping she will update once she figures out a little bit more of the legal side of things. Let me know what you thought of this one down below, and with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.